Hello, today we're doing something a little bit different because I accidentally deleted my entire Final Cut Pro library and lost all the videos I was working on, and I lost all the animations and stuff. So today we're doing something live action, and we're talking about the song I made, Enjoy the Setting, My Love, which was heavily inspired by the Beatles, and specifically my favorite album of theirs, Rubber Soul, and a little bit of Revolver too. So let's start with the bass. Okay, so by the time Rubber Soul came out, Paul McCartney was doing some pretty complicated bass lines, which is something I tried to replicate and make something cool. So I do kind of a boom 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 boom, and then the pre-chorus is pretty simple. It's like a boom boom boom. I don't even remember how the pre-chorus goes. But then the chorus is the really fun part, where it goes like boom 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 boom, and then really high note boom. Yeah, and it's fun. I like it a lot, and I'm very proud of the bass because like normally I'm a pretty simple guy. I just go for like the root note in songs, but for this one I tried to be a bit more adventurous, and I think it worked out well, and I think it fits the Rubber Soul 60s vibe of the song really well. So yeah. Yikes. Mine fell over. The guitar then is pretty simple. It uses bar chords, so it's not the simplest of things, but it starts with A. What is it? Yikes. It's like... Okay, so if I remember my bar chords correctly, that's A, and then this is B. Wait, let me think. C. No, that's not B. C. C sharp. Okay, that's D. So it's A, D, D, and then D, A, B, C, D, E, E, and then E. Okay, so it's A, D, D, E, E. That's the main chord progression, and it's played with bar chords. And then in the bridge, it's like, what is it like? Okay, so A, B. So the bridge, the pre-chorus little thing, kind of goes backwards from that chord progression, starting with the new chord added, which is B. So it goes bow, 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 and then the chorus, the most fun part of the song, kind of hangs out on D for a while, and then E, and then it does A, E, A, B, C, D, E, E. It does E, but 7, and kind of goes down. And yeah, and it's pretty fun. And the way the chords are played is kind of like a Taxman kind of vibe, because you kind of like hit it twice, like in Taxman. It's like you hit it down twice, and then you kind of strum up and down. And the guitar has a pretty clean tone, but I tried to get something kind of 60s sounding from it. Same thing with the bass. The bass, I have like a 60s preset on it from GarageBand, because I use GarageBand. That keeps falling over. Now let's take a break to talk about the lyrics and the story behind the song. I'm going to be in front of this whiteboard, but my mic doesn't reach out here, so it's going to be a bit of a voiceover. But basically, this is a song about the first relationship I was ever in when I was 19, which was very rough because her and I moved to Montreal together, and we were living with my best friend at the time, and then she was cheating on me with him. And then for some reason, just because, you know, when you're young, you're a little dumb, I remained in the relationship even after that happened. Things got a bit complicated. I think with your first relationship, it's undeniable that the feelings are really strong. So even when maybe it is wise to leave that relationship, it can be hard because your first love is like a big deal, I guess. But yeah, I stayed in the relationship for a while, but things got complicated because the past was hard to get over, and there was a point where her and I were living in her home state of North Carolina together, and we knew the relationship was going to end. we had like a week and a half of time left together. And when you know a relationship is going to end, suddenly every single moment together feels really impactful and like you're going to cry. Like you could be like, we were eating like French fries and watching Ponyo, and it was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'm going to cry. And specifically, we went out into nature a lot, and we went out into this grass in the forest, and the album cover is actually a picture I took from around that time of her in the grass walking to the trail that we would go on. And I just remember like being like, damn, this relationship is going to end, but this nature is so beautiful, and you're so beautiful, and everything is so beautiful. And that's kind of where the inspiration for the lyrics come from. Is in this scenario, it's the idea of you're being broken up with, but you're out in beautiful nature, and you're just like being like, oh, but look at how pretty the birds and the trees are. So that's kind of where the lyrics come from. Now let's go back and talk about the drums and the tambourine. Okay, so the drums are fake drums. They're not real. They're samples. So I just like got on my keyboard and like typed out the drum pattern basically. I have a real drum kit now, but at the time I didn't. So this was the best I could get. In future songs, I would love to get some mics on this thing and get some real drums, but this did for now. And I put a little bit of overdrive on them, and I put a little bit of reverb on them to kind of try and make them sound like they came from real microphones. And I also did a Motown preset for the drum kit that's in GarageBand. And I think they sound pretty all right. The pattern I did is kind of like that Don't Worry Baby Beach Boys pattern, like do do ch do do ch. And then for the tambourine, let me get my Tamby. The mic didn't fall over that time. Okay, so the tambourine through the main verses, it goes like this. You know, really simple stuff. And then in the pre-chorus, it does something that also kind of makes me think of Taxman in the way it does a double hit and kind of goes like. So yeah, and then in the chorus, that's when you go crazy on the tamby. Everyone knows that. Like, same thing with the drums. It's like you use the hi-hat during the verses, but then during the chorus, you use the ride cymbal. And then you shake around the tamby like crazy. Like this. I don't remember exactly how I did it, but it sounds cool. And yeah, now let's talk about the singing itself. Let me put this tamby down. So for the verses, I kind of tried to sing really soft, like Paul McCartney, and same thing with the pre-chorus. But then during the chorus itself, I kind of belt it a little bit. Oh, and there's also, I forgot, there's a little synth. I use this little synth plugin called OBXD, and I really like this Seven Dwarf synth, which I also use in, I think, Do You Miss Me? Maybe a couple other songs. So I use that in the chorus, and then I eventually use that in the pre-chorus and the final chorus. But for the singing, I wanted to have, in the end, have all of these background singers, like the Beatles do, but also just like how the Beach Boys do it. So what I did, because I struggle to do the melody, or I struggle to sing harmonies with myself, because I get like distracted by the other notes, and I kind of end up singing something in between. So what I ended up doing is I just muted all the other vocals, and I would have the note being played on an electric keyboard, the notes that I would need to sing, and I would just match that. And I did that how many times? 3 times, so that there's one note for each thing of the chord. Like if you're playing a C chord, then you take middle C, D, E, E, F, G, G, C, D, and G, and you sing those 3 notes together, and then you put them all together, and it's a chord. So yeah, pretty simple. At first it's oohs, you're doing some like, ooh, you know, like the Beatles. But then I thought it'd be fun to kind of like open up and go, do some ahs at the end. Ah, you know, and it's a little high for me, so it sounds a little shrilly. But I showed it to my dad and he liked it. So I said, whatever, I won't re-record it and I'll keep it as is. But yeah, that's pretty much this whole song. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I think it sounds real Beatlesy. My cousin Galaxy said it even sounded kind of Mac DeMarco-y, maybe because of the guitar. Oh, I forgot to talk about the other guitar. To finish off the song, when the main riff plays, I decided to come up with a little lead guitar that goes like, and yeah, I think that really completes the song and makes it sound more full when you have that kind of instrumental break. So yeah, that's the whole song. Now I'm gonna play it for you in full. And for background footage, I think I'll do some photos of my trip to Bellingham to see my cousin. So yeah, thank you for watching. Oh, and I should mention that I have a Patreon now. So if you want to support me there's a link in the description. There's 3 tiers. The bottom tier gets all the juicy behind the scenes stuff, it's like song demos, and eventually I'll put like some tutorials in there. And then the middle tier, I'll like draw you as a fruit character, kind of pixel arty. And then in the top tier, I will like review your music and like sponsor it if I like it, as in like, you know, tell people to go listen to it and whatnot. But yeah, we're gonna play the song for you now. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.